Welcome back. Today I'm going to be answering some questions I've been getting about my tyres, the RADAR Renegade RT Pluses. So Radar sent these tyres out to me a few months ago now, and I've put around 5,000 kilometers on them. I've driven down to the Pyrenees. I've just got back from a weekend doing some green laning in Wales, which is why I haven't even had a chance to clean this truck yet. But that's why it's so dirty and full of mud and everything. So I've kind of put them through their paces a little bit. And I've spoken to some people I've met along the last few months, and I've kind of compiled a list of questions that they've been asking. So yeah, let's get to it. I think one of the main things, right, is that this is not a brand or a company that a lot of people have heard of. It's not a household name like the BF Goodrich and Toyo Tyres and Falcons and all those kind of things. It's very well known in this four-wheel drive overlanding niche. So there can be a little bit of a trust issue, I guess. You're thinking, this sits at a lower price point in the market. Is it worth taking a punt? You know, do you get what you pay for with the BF Goodriches and all those kind of Yokohamas and whatever else you get? I've had these on now for months, like I said, and I have driven through every kind of thing. I've driven tarmac, wet tarmac, I've done motorways, I've done gravel roads, I've done mud, rock. Actually, I haven't done sand, I don't think. Deep water. I've done a huge amount of variety with these tyres. And coming from someone who has only ever had BF Goodrich tyres for as long as I've been driving four-wheel drives, which is 20 odd years, maybe I'm not good enough to notice, but I haven't really noticed that these are worse than the BF Goodriches. I genuinely don't believe that they are worse. I actually think that they are a little bit more compliant, and I think that they work really, really well across a bunch of different surfaces. On tarmac, I think that they hold the road really, really, really well, whether it's dry or wet. I haven't found them letting go, going around corners. In fact, they've performed really well on tarmac. I kind of hear you. The next question is, well, these are quite an aggressive tyre. Do they make a lot of noise? No, they don't. To begin with, I couldn't hear them at all. Now that they've worn in a little, like 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers, you do hear them, but it is nothing compared to like a mud terrain tyre. It doesn't have that humming in the cabin as you're driving along. You can just hear it. And I bet if your vehicle is soundproofed, which mine isn't, I don't think that you would hear the tyre to a sort of capacity that it would frustrate you. I would tell you if they were loud and obnoxious. It's not something that I personally would be able to cope with, so I would be taking them off by now, but I genuinely haven't experienced that with these on tarmac. On mud, well, mud is mud, right? And there's heaps of different types. Sticky mud, wet mud, sloppy mud. But mud, nonetheless, is a pain because you lose traction, and if you get stuck, you just start digging down and then you're toast. What I found with these is that they clear the mud really well for an in-between all-terrain and mud terrain tyre. And the side lugs and the tread pattern give you heaps of grip in mud. And recently in Wales, I went through a field in these tyres where other people got stuck on, say, fancier tyres. I didn't even change or play with the pressures. I mean, it's set up for doing motorways, right? So I can't really complain about them. I'm not hugely experienced with like mega off-road and mud, but they've served me well for the style of driving that I have. How do I give them a rating for mud? I mean, they've performed better than I expected. On rocks and sort of technical jaggedy stuff, I came to this side of the vehicle because you might be able to see the mark on my rock slide over here. It actually did scrape against a rock in Wales. So how do they perform through sort of rocky, craggy, spiky terrain. Given that I am not a professional off-road driver, take whatever I say with a pinch of salt. There was a rock section on one of the trails, which had a fairly intimidating rock step, which I did not think that I would be able to get up. In fact, some very capable four-wheel drives were ahead of us, and they really struggled. I mean, we were in a queue for at least 45 minutes while these people navigated and negotiated this rock step. I was bricking it because I thought, I'm probably the least experienced driver here. How am I going to get through this? And not a word of a lie. I approached it slow, chose a line, and got all the grip I needed. I went up in one. I just totted up like a mountain goat. And I think where I lacked, the tires picked up. So I genuinely think that if I was on a different tire, I don't think I would have got up. So again, I was super, super impressed with the all-round capability of these tires. The other kind of surface I was thinking about is gravel roads. Here in the UK, we don't have a lot of gravel roads, but these tires are sold worldwide, and hopefully this video is watched worldwide. Big in the Australian market, hopefully in the South African market. I think they're big in the American market. So how do they perform on gravel roads? You might think, tires don't make that much of a difference, but they really, really do. Gravel roads are prone to having corrugations, and obviously no vehicle is immune to that. But I did find that these gave me a really comfortable, I mean, it is a Defender, so again, pinch of salt, a very comfortable ride. They were soft and compliant over these sort of gravel roads. Again, heaps of traction. I did some stuff in the Pyrenees that had big inclines and big descents, and it was mainly gravel road, and these hardly even lost traction for a moment. So you might think I'm sort of trying to blow smoke up here, but I'm genuinely impressed with these tires for first of all, the price point, and second of all, for their absolute capability over a whole bunch of terrain. So I'm a fan. I've had them for a few months, and I'm a fan. Okay, another big question, fuel economy. How do these things affect the fuel economy of the vehicle? Have I noticed anything different? Has the fuel bill gone up? Has it gone down? No, it's not gone down, because fuel prices are ridiculous in the UK, and so it's really expensive. But in terms of consumption, this vehicle, I don't know what it is about it, but I have been consistently running 10 liters per 100 kilometers. They haven't added to the fuel bill like at all. Like if they have, it might be like 1 liter over 300 kilometers. I don't know, but it's negligible is what I'm trying to say. Because that was one of the questions that I kept getting asked. I was like, oh, big chunky tires, how does that affect your fuel? It really hasn't. Another question I get asked is, what's the wear pattern like? How fast do they wear? You know, it's a soft compound. It's like, how long are they going to last and all this kind of thing. They've worn very evenly. I mean, I know it's a solid axle vehicle. I don't know what they will be like on independent front and rear suspension, where, you know, they're changing angle all the time. But on the Defender, which is 2 solid axles, they have worn completely evenly from one side of the tire to the other, and they haven't worn all that much. If we take a tread depth on a brand new one, which still has the little pipples or whatever they're called, let's do a crude measurement, right? Obviously this is very non-scientific. They've worn about 1 millimeter over the last 5,000 kilometers. Genuinely, that's about 1 millimeter, and I don't think that's too bad at all. So in my book, that's pretty acceptable. That's really, really good in terms of wear. So let's do a quick rapid fire, right? Are they noisy on the road? No, they are perfectly acceptable according to me. Are they good in mud? Yes, they perform really, really well in mud for something that's in between an all-terrain and a mud terrain tire. Are they good off-road, gravel, rocks? Yes, they give loads of comfort and loads of traction, and 2 of those things you really, really need off-road. Are they economical? Yes, I've not noticed any difference in my fuel consumption with these more aggressive tires on. Would I buy them with my own money? 100%, absolutely 100%. If these weren't given to me by Radar, I would definitely buy these tires because of the value you are getting for the price point. I know I always bang on about the BF Goodriches, but they're nearly £300 a tire. These are hovering around 140, 150 a tire. That is a huge saving when you're buying 5 tires. It's a no-brainer for me. And on a very superficial level, I actually quite like the look of them. Even though I have my reservations with that look on the sort of the daggers on the sidewall, every person that has commented on these tires say that they love the look of these tires. So I feel like I stand alone in that. So I hope this video has given you some kind of information to make an informed decision about these if you are deciding what tire to put on your vehicle next. I would definitely recommend these tires, and not because Radar has given them to me, but because I genuinely believe that you're going to get value for your money with these tires. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me here on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button. If you have something to say, please feel free to comment. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you very soon.